the more of that excess fat, literally, and bullshit that you can mitigate from that initial source, you can then manually add let's just say the clean fat, right?
Yeah, but then again, it's like where do you draw the line of like just drinking oil? You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, but before that, around like 9 or 10, I'll have my coffee, and I just drink black coffee, and I have for the past like 3 years.
You need it?
No, I don't need it. That's the thing. Caffeine, my body is not very sensitive at all to most stimulants, caffeine being one. So look, I can drink a cup of coffee and go straight to bed. Right. Like I don't ever feel like hype or like feel jittery or anything like that.
So what is it then?
It's the taste. I've acquired actually to enjoy the taste a lot. Right. 2, it's something warm to drink, especially during the winter months. And 3, caffeine is really good for your body in general,
especially on keto and in fasting. Right.
Especially, and it's a natural appetite suppressant.
Okay. I just know that it's really good for fasting and keto. I just know that it's really good to break fast. It helps with post-workout recovery and protein synthesis, I believe. There are it helps promote. See, that's where my, again, amateurishness, dilettantishness comes into play, because I truly don't know the actual physiological implications of what happens when you drink caffeine on a keto or intermittent fasted or just fasted state. Mm-hmm. But I do know that it is hella good for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I usually drink coffee around 9 or 10 o'clock. And in between my coffee, my first meal and my second meal, I either have like 1 or 2 cups of green tea. Okay. And again, I like drinking something hot, and green tea has a lot of good health benefits, as similar to coffee, but it has trace amounts of caffeine with respect to coffee. Right. So I think it'll take like 4 or 5 cups of green tea to equal 1 cup of coffee, as far as the caffeine content.
Right. I didn't know tea had caffeine.
Yeah.
Is that the point of tea?
I mean, no. I mean, tea is a very like big part of a lot of cultures.
Ancient.
Yeah, so it's just like these dudes have been drinking it for thousands of years, and there's honestly a calming sense to just drinking water that has been infused with leaves, and just like this is no longer just pure water. This is now something that is like infused with another like herb or something. I don't know. It's just different.
Do you feel that same with Himalayan salt water?
If it didn't taste so bad. Nah, I just don't. I honestly would rather have my food be salty than my drinks be salty. Right, literally. But then again, it's like
does it taste like salt water?
If you care about your health, it's like at that point, who gives a fuck what it tastes like? Just chug it.
Literally.
So I've been waking up around like 164, 165 for the past like month. I know that there is an implied weight loss with keto, so I feel like I might lose anywhere from like 5 to 10 or even more. I don't really know. I'm honestly kind of worried that I'm gonna lose too much weight, because that's just not.
But 30 days, how much can you really lose?
I don't know. I mean,
so one lady lost 20 in 2 weeks. So
yeah, so
but I mean, it's all water weight.
Then again, yeah, and she was probably a lot bigger and had more weight to lose.
And had a less founded nutritional standard going into the actual diet itself.
And also another good thing,
because if people don't realize, all you got to do is subtly change up the bullshit you're eating, and boom, everything will change, guaranteed. Whether it's keto, fasting, or just cleaning up the carbs and bullshit you're eating, just clean it up.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, though? Yeah. I think with that though, I feel like a lot of people, they get bogged down with, whenever they do want to make a change in their nutrition, they get bogged down with like restricting themselves. I think a better way to approach that is implementing more good things. Like, still eat the same way you do, just eat more of some good shit. Then you'll realize that, damn, these good things make me actually feel better. But you'll just naturally want to eat more of them.
But I do feel like if you're eating, let's say, McDonald's, you can't tell them, yeah, keep eating McDonald's. You say, no, buy burger patties and make your own burgers at home. You see what I'm saying? It's cleaning up the actual sources you're eating from. So for most people legit eat fast food and junk and shitty instant meals and stuff. So it's like, no, keep eat. If it's the beef you like, or if it's the chicken you like, the source is what you fuck with. If you fuck with chicken, if you fuck with McChicken so heavy, like if you really like McChickens, just go bread your own chicken and make your own chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you're doing is altering the source from which the fuel you're eating.
But it's also kind of tricky though, because
is it though? Is it tricky going from eating a McDonald's burger to eating to cooking your own burger on a George Foreman.
It's tricky because people think that after eating a cheeseburger, they're like, damn, I must like this patty. But they go and make it at home and like, damn, it doesn't. At that point, you don't really like beef. You like the bullshit that they put in that thing.
Right, but that's what then they have to address. They have to address that you like the sugar and bullshit that's in that food.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I love coffee. I go to Starbucks every day. You get a fucking caramel, mocha, like you like the cream and you like sugar. You don't like coffee. Literally. Go drink black coffee. Tell me if you like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Most people don't.
I think there has to be enough foundational reformation for people to truly implement change. And that foundation is realizing that it's not the coffee you like, it's the sugar and bullshit. It's the creamer and bullshit. Mm-hmm. It's not the burger you like. It's literally all the additives and bullshit that they put in that McDonald's cheeseburger that you love so much.
One thing though is people don't even know how to read the back of like nutrition facts and like what they're really eating. Right. Which is so clear. It's like pretty much every product that you go and get from the store has information on it that tells you exactly what it is.
They're legally obligated to.
Yeah. So people, if you're not educating yourself, that is nobody's fault but yours.
Yeah, especially 2021, we have access to infinite surplus of information via the internet.
Exactly. Yep. And nowadays, with so many people's like firsthand experience and their ability and willingness to go out and expose that and give that information to other people and put it on the internet, like Thomas DeLore, the YouTube dude, like he is so knowledgeable. Right. And with people like that, it allows you to be on top of it and take preventative action to account for like the keto flu. It's like, damn, in order to replenish those electrolytes, you can like add Himalayan pink rock salt to your water, things like that. And it's just eat supplement magnesium or whatever. Right. So there are things you can do to help fight that.
What you talked about with the caffeine, you could even drink coffee and have that caffeine be a hunger. What do you call it? A hunger mitigator, or what do you call it?
Appetite suppressant.
Appetite suppressant. Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, caffeine's a natural appetite suppressant.
Right.
And they say that with the keto diet, vegetables, pretty much all vegetables are good to go. Some vegetables have higher like starch contents or carb contents that you do want to, like potatoes, like obviously you don't want to eat potatoes, but they say cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, like asparagus, those are all really good to eat. So I've been incorporating a lot of asparagus, a lot of broccoli, my lean proteins. So there are some people that like to get a lot of fatty proteins when they're on the keto diet because they're like, oh, it only makes sense. I want to increase my fat content. I should get a fatty piece of meat. But for me, I think that it makes me feel better to get a lean piece of meat, but then manually, and so I can control the amount of fat. Right. So I'll put like avocado oil or I'll use ghee to add that fat as opposed to just having it in that meat. Because when you have a lot of fat on the meat, all like the grains and all the like the inflammatory things that animal is eating is getting stored in all that fat. So you're then eating all the byproducts of all those toxic stuff.
So the more of that excess fat literally and bullshit that you can mitigate from that initial source, you can then manually add let's just say the clean fat. Right.
Yeah. But then again, it's like where do you draw the line of like just drinking oil? You know what I mean? Like dude, like you putting fucking butter in your coffee, like come on, man. Like low key, but I don't know.
Low ghee.